Is it nice as a coach to say, Maryland's not young, Maryland has experience, and these are my guys?
As we speak today, I mean, things have gone very, very well this summer. And you can see the players really understand what the program is all about. And they're out there taking it, a hold of it themselves. You want where your team is player-driven, rather than coach-driven. Because if we always have to browbeat them and, stay on them and do this, do that, and push to get it out of them all the time, you're not going to be as good as you want to be. But if they're doing it, and that peer pressure, is something that will help them rise above, their abilities, that's what you want.
Maryland injuries, is that something that, I mean, you smirk right now, but is that something that has to be a sore spot and something you hope is in the past?
It is. But the one thing that I liked about last year, is we had our two best players go down, in Stefan and Dion. And by going out and winning games and getting to a bowl game without those two being there, I think that did wonders, for our confidence. So hopefully, this year, we can put that injury bug behind us and be able to play a full season, with everybody, staying healthy. Because if we can do that, then I think that, people will say, wow, they really have some really good players that can play this game and that can play it very, very well.
Does Maryland need a Big Ten rival?
To me, that's up to us. That's where what we've got to do is beat people and make things a rivalry. Penn State needs somebody, Rutgers needs somebody, and I think, that's why they pulled us and Rutgers part of it, television markets, but also an East Coast presence. But because when you look, Ohio State, Michigan, that's the rival. Michigan State. And so they have that. So we've had some great games against Penn State over the years, haven't come out on the winning side very much. So if we can end up beating them, maybe that's one that we can develop into a rivalry because of the proximity of the two schools.
When you do the more Big Ten promotion, when you're in Chicago or when all the media day and the coaches are there, do you have a message for the Big Ten? Like, hey, we're Maryland, we're here, or are you just going to let the wins and losses dictate that?
I'm always one of those guys that, you just go out and play and you let your play speak for itself. We're excited about the opportunity that we have in the Big Ten. And, we're not going to make any predictions other than that we're going to prepare the best way we can. We're going to play as hard as we can. Like I said, I like our team. I like the talent that we have. And what we're going to do is just try to keep getting bigger and better. And then, you earn respect what you do on the field. And what you do is you let how you play do your talking for you. And I think with the people that we have, we'll let it stand at that and see what everybody thinks about us after we play them.